My name's Cory, my wife Terri. I've got two young kids, Blake and Delwyn. We're here at Warilla Beach, down on the south coast. Welcome to our home, built by CKS Projects. I'm originally from Woonona and used to lifeguard down here in Shell Harbour Council. And so through that, working down here and seeing how nice of a place it is down here, we decided to venture from Woonona area down south, down here to Warilla.
We just wanted to live close to the beach and have that coastal lifestyle, so to be able to, live walking distance to the beach. We live really close to Little Lake, which is a inlet out to the ocean to one of the best beaches in the Illawarra. We just love taking the kids to the beach, do the beach thing, the pool afterwards, and spending time with the family, surfing, fishing, a bit of everything. The style of the house, the reason behind the whole build for this particular home and the style that we went with was because we love our holiday destination that we go on as a family is generally down the coast, down to Bendalong, Menyana, sort of your Sussex and sort of areas, and that style of old school coastal home with the two-story sort of approach. We fell in love with a lot of those holiday homes down there, and that was the design and aspiration to build the style of home that we have built here today. Everything that we've done, we've fallen in love with, and it's just exactly what we envisioned it was going to be. We also we wanted to extend the house, build more space, more open plan living. We weren't able to entertain a lot, and with this, our vision was to have more space and an outlook with lots of light, and so the kids have. So as we evolve as a family, the kids will have their own space to get away and have their own privacy with their friends and
Just trying to bring back that old coastal retro sort of 80s, sort of 90s style back into the 20s, like 2020s. Sorry, 2020s. I just everything about the bathroom, as you just touched on then, the tiles was definitely Terri's sort of choice in colour. The grouts to the tiling, the actual colour of the tiles, the one of the glass in the showers had an oval in it. It had to be sort of rounded off, not squared off.
Yeah. But I found that Kieran just he just went on board with it, and he was supportive of our decisions, and he was open and honest if he thought it didn't work. So we got all that extra design advice as well. We went with more of a retro look, but with a modern touches as well.
The whole footprint of this house right now is basically all downstairs is what was existing, with the few exemptions of some walls being removed and whatnot. But it's just all basically been a reconfiguration downstairs to a brand new build upstairs.
And the upstairs section is all our bedrooms, and our bathrooms. Downstairs is your living space, and so the whole hub is downstairs. Basically, that's where we hang out mostly. And then if the kids want to escape, they can go upstairs and hide away upstairs in their own little rumpus area, which has been amazing. Well, prior to the build, we weren't able to really entertain a lot because we didn't have an outdoor area, we didn't have a big kitchen, there was no storage. So now that we have this open space that flows well, we're able to, and we've got heaps of light, we're able to entertain more, so that's become more of a regular thing. Our life's back in order, and we've got lots of, everything's tidy and it's got its place, and it's homey. We're just really happy, and the brief was met.
The hub, this is the kitchen is where to have any sort of discussions with the family. It's generally done around the dinner table or at the breakfast bar behind us, sitting around having movie nights down in the lounge room down here with the TV and whatnot. Being able to sort of sit here as well and being able to watch the kids enjoy the backyard with the pool, and entertainment-wise, it's our favourite part of the house.
Where we open up the back doors, there's lots of light.
We very rarely have to put lights on, which I love, and it just helps with the heating of the house in winter. And just when we have people over, it's so nice to be able to just watch the kids whilst we entertain, and there's lots of space. And then if we want to do a quick walk over to Little Lake, it's ideal. One of the fears we had jumping into this project was, we were concerned we had a bad experience with a previous builder that we'd worked with. But the main issues were mainly communication or lack of, there was a lot of surprises that we weren't aware of. We just weren't, the planning wasn't very good. So when we were talking to Kieran and he was explaining his process and how he maps things out, how he times it all out. There was no grey areas, so that was really comforting. But I think what else was really important was just seeing how he maps it all out, his projects, who he collaborates with. So he had a lot of different contractors that he uses, and they had a really good reputation, so that was important.
There's a step-by-step process that we had from the word get-go, from when it was going to be started to the stages throughout the whole project to the completion as to when sort of things were going to be handed over.
One thing that really impressed me from the start was when he showed us the client platform that we'd be using, and so it was like a one-stop shop it was like a timeline of the project. It had all the communication, any decisions that were made, any of our choices, invoices, like it was just a one-stop shop. And he uploaded photos, progress photos, so I wasn't on site as much as Cory, but I could just jump into that program and just have a look at what the updates and what's happening. And I also found it really, really comforting that we had a really good trust with all the team. They were all really fun, and we actually developed a pretty good relationship with a lot of them. So when we were on site, they were really, made us feel really comfortable, and took us around and asked us questions. And once again, that clarification with follow-up emails following our catch up on site, I found that really, really useful, and just helped to develop that trust and rapport.
Yeah, it was a bit of bouncing back and forth with a lot of the design part there. We had engaged with a previous draftsman that didn't quite get our brief, and so again with Kieran's involvement there, once we were definitely set in cement that we were going to be using Kieran, he'd given us another idea with another approach with another draftsman. So being a connection between Kieran and the draftsman, and then having us, then obviously there's the three of us sort of being able to sort of sit around there at times and work off each other as to how we were going to have the house designed, the different sort of layout to what it was before with the previous draftsperson to the draftsperson that we ended up using. Things come together, and the puzzle started getting put together, and it was a lot more of a simpler and easier outcome. From the start to the finish, there's been absolute no sort of blow-ups or any issues there around any part of the build. With all of his workers, all his contractors that he had working on site as well, like it just all seemed to flow real well. It was all real calm and collective. Like there was never an issue where we had any major concerns. And if there was anything of any concerning to a certain degree, Kieran would have it all rectified and fixed up for us in a heartbeat.
What I found really impressive was the fact that he probably communicated more with us than the other way around. And in our last build experience, we were chasing information, whereas with Kieran it was just
too much.
It was too much. We made jokes about it with him sometimes. Mate, you're too onto it. So it was really, really good experience. So he met the brief. Kieran went above and beyond for us, I felt like, with the project. Yep. And to the point where he even put on like a celebration for us at the end of the build when we moved back in. Cheese, biscuits, we had champagne. It was really nice. This was a no-brainer. We're happy to do it.